Sparky Cross. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with a comeback reaction that we are both very excited for. And we will be listening to Akdong musician Akmu Happening.
I promise that I'm excited about this. It's just Peyton is a morning person and I am not. In our excitement, we have watched all of the teasers, including like the band live clip, the commentary video, all of that. So yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Oh, the balloons flying on the
Oh.
Whoa. Whoa.
Is there actually an echo effect in the song, or am I just hearing lag from your side? I can't tell. Oh no, there is a little
bit of an echo.
Yeah, there is a little.
I hear the echo too.
Okay, I wasn't sure because that happens sometimes. Oh, that line is so interesting. I know that phrase was in all of the teasers, but it's so interesting.
Tell me why later.
It shifts the song into a different key.
Or tell me why now.
Sorry. It was still later.
Oh. This is a really interesting music video concept.
See, this phrasing is more what I expected the line to be like. There's some long chords. Oh, I liked that. Oh, the drums.
Happy ending.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. I was like, why is it called Happening? Happy ending.
Yeah.
I was right. Okay. Yeah. I love Akdong musician.
Me too. I guess, like, first off, I just loved this song, but I also love every Akmu song. They're just so well put together and performed. I love both Chanhyuk and Suhyun. Because I had watched all of the teasers and the commentary, I knew kind of what to expect, at least for like the meaning of the song. And I just thought that what Chanhyuk described in the commentary as like what he wanted to portray in the song. I thought the way that it was shown in the music video was really like smart, because it was kind of deep meaning, but it was shown in a little bit of a more lighthearted way that like you could still relate to. And so like I remember in the commentary he talked about like people with wounds or fear, or like people who act like everything's okay when it isn't, would really relate to the song. And then obviously that's like the biggest thing in the music video, is everyone is kind of going about their normal life, and then it switches to like the darker side, and it's the skeletons in the car instead of the real people, or the fish are gone from the fish tank that Soohyun's looking at, or like the flowers are dead, that sort of thing. I feel like the same thing could have been done in a way where it would have almost made you very like uncomfortable to watch it, but it wasn't like that. Like they'd done it in a little bit more of like a fun way, which goes with the fact that the song, even though it is about something that's a little bit more like serious, relatable, isn't like sad, sad, sad. Another thing that I thought about as soon as it started was how it starts with the curtains billowing, and then they like kind of go away, and then at the very end they kind of come back and close, and then it's white and happening pops up. And the first thing that popped into my head was how people always say like, oh, I'm gonna pull the curtain back on that and like show what's actually happening. And I was like, this whole music video is just one big metaphor, and I love it. Like I am here for it. There are just so many things. You could pick out each individual scene and tie it to something in the commentary. And I know that because during our break, I went back and rewatched the commentary and actually tied almost everything to it. So like you really can. But yeah, I mean, I just really loved the song. And like with literally all ACMU music, it's something I'm going to be listening to very frequently. So Anna's turn.
I actually had been thinking about what you were saying too after watching all of the teasers, based on the commentary video and the style of song that I had heard in the teasers, because the commentary was like, oh, it's like more serious topic, but then the teasers, the music was like from the chorus, so it was more upbeat. So immediately what came into my mind was another artist who does something like that with his music, Sam Ock, who takes like more serious topics but then like expresses it in a really like happy, light-hearted song. I really like music like that because it feels really honest, but you still are able to listen to it without your emotions feeling terrible. That's my 2 cents on the topic. Going on to music comments. The beginning of the song was a little bit of a shock based on what you hear on the teasers, because while it's not completely different, it's acoustic. So the song starts out literally just guitar strumming and voice, even through the pre-chorus. But then when it gets to the chorus, it starts shifting into like soft rock, just because they add basically the rest of the instruments in a band. So like you hear the whole drum set and like a lot of synths, which would be from the keyboard, which explains why there are so many like band live session videos that they're doing for this song. But then as the song progresses, like for the second verse, they show growth in the song by the kick drum plays on every single beat for the second verse, and also there's all the extra synth sounds in the background for Soohyun's part. And there's a lot of those high synth sounds starting from the second verse on. They're very like echoey, along with like the reverb and echo that's been put on their voices as well. It creates a very dreamlike feeling in the song. It's them like reminiscing on the memories and looking back, which is what the song is about. But talking more about the chorus still, there's like that flourish into the chorus for like the downbeat of it. One, when you hear it for the first time in the first chorus, it's like introducing all the new instruments and layers. The effect is even better because it's a guitar strum, so it truly feels like a flourish into it. Like that's just how a guitar strum, like downstrum, sounds naturally. It also was just really interesting to me because the chorus is more upbeat. If you were just listening to this song without watching the music video and you couldn't understand Korean, like you didn't know the lyrics, you wouldn't expect this to be a sad song based on the chorus. You just want to go like da 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 while listening to it, and you have that feeling all the way through the phrase "you're just my happening" up until happen. So literally just the ing is what changes the whole feeling, which is why I was saying initially I had expected that line to end as like just my happening, something like that, but instead it goes down, and already like descending brings your like 기분 vibe down. Also, I said that it shifts keys. The chorus has been feeling like it's in major, but then that ending line makes it feel like it's in minor or like diminished, something just like very crunchy and like a key that you would associate with being like a negative emotion and mood. So basically the line "you're just my happening" is essentially a summary and expression of the entire song and meaning. And that's so cool. Isn't that so cool? Yeah, that's all that I had written down in my notes to say. I'm probably gonna go listen to this a lot more now.
Can you TLDR us?
So TLDR for this song is Akdong Musician had a comeback today, which I was actually really surprised about because it was so short notice, and also it's only been like a month since Soohyun's solo debut. As expected, we both totally loved it, really enjoyed it, as we have with like every single other Akmu song. But we are also very excited and intrigued to see the growth of them from this point on, not just as a duo, but as individual people, musicians as well. So, yeah.
So that being said, if you enjoyed this video and if you also love Akmu and this song, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye.
Bye.